Hello everybody, welcome to night number 7, video number 7 in my Hades 2 playthrough. Please remember to like these videos and hit subscribe and all of that good stuff if you're enjoying watching these. Last time was pretty important. We met several critical figures, both to the plot of the game and to Melinoë herself, starting with Master Chaos, the primeval, primordial originator of all existence, the creator, if you'd like. We met Chaos in some special realm, remnant of the void before creation, and Chaos gifted us with a boon, or their mark, I believe they call it, and we will be seeing and learning about Chaos much more down the road. We also met Hades, Melinoë's father himself, languishing away imprisoned in Tartarus. It was a pretty powerful reunion, if we can call it reunion, given that Melinoë was just a wee babe when she last knew him, saw him. He was astonished to discover that she is alive. And we also finally met Chronos. Both met him, period, and met him in battle. And we lost to him, of course, intentionally, for the same reason I've been losing to boss battles all along the way, to avoid getting too far ahead of the plot dialogues, etc., etc. So here we are the night after, and the reason I have started in this part of the Crossroads instead of down below is because I did one more thing after I closed the video last time. I had an afterthought. As I said then, the priority for me, what I wanted to do with the incantations available at the Cauldron at the moment, was to prioritize the one that enhances the Altar of Ashes, that will allow Melinoë to become even more powerful. We don't yet know exactly what that means, what that incantation will do, but it's clear it's key to her development. But then I had changed my mind, and I was thinking about it and figured that what I really should prioritize is clearing out whatever plot or story speed bumps are in the way here that continue to put Eris in our path, give us that curse that is indication that we're going too fast for what the game wants. And one potential speed bump, I think, is clearing that path, the ward that goes up, not down to the underworld, but up to Olympus. We've received several invitations to go help with whatever's going on up there. We've got more details about that. Chronos is besieging the mountain, sending armies, or rather navies, I suppose, to attack it, having created some kind of rift or something, a canal through which his ships can pass. And several times we've been asked to go up and help things. And so we know that there is a ward that's preventing us from going up. And so I figured the better thing to do would be to prioritize that. So just to remove that from the equation in case that's one thing that is forcing the game to want us to go slower. So what I did is I went back to the cauldron, and what we need in order to clear that ward is a shadow. That was the one ingredient, the one reagent we needed. And so there was the alchemy incantation, the alchemy formula of shadow extraction. For that, we needed 2 fate fabrics, which I purchased from the broker. Again, this is all off camera. And I went ahead and got those fate fabrics and began the alchemy concoction to create the shadow that I need. And that takes 12 wiles here, which is why this is sitting here, 12 units of time. We currently have no way of passing the time here in the crossroads, so we're going to have to go down below. But that is why I'm up here. That is one change from what we saw in the last video. And when that concoction is ready, we will have a shadow. We can use it to recite the incantation to remove the ward, and hopefully will put us that much faster toward moving past this speed bump that the game constantly gives us. All right, so that is what's up now. Let's go back down and check out what's going on at the altar. Um, okay, I need 140 psyche, right? Um, okay, how are we doing for ashes? 0. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, so in order to raise anything here, I would need to make some pretty serious purchases at the broker. Let's not do that. We've got all 20 filled up. We're looking pretty good. we'll look at that when we've got more Ashes and Psyche to play with. So, one thing I mentioned last time, we saw that the Argent Skull is a new weapon that we can't yet access, and it's the one that bears the Grave Thirst here. So we're kind of free to choose any of the other four. It doesn't really matter because we're not going to be getting the extra bones regardless. So let's go ahead and experiment with a new weapon.
Zorophet.
Zorophet, the Moonstone Axe. And look at the heft and weight of this thing. Look at the sparks as she's dragging it around behind her. Got the flames from her feet and the sparks from the axe. That's pretty cool. Let's see what this looks like in terms of its combat abilities. This one, folks, is not really my playstyle. I don't enjoy it, and I'm probably not very good at it. We'll see soon how good I might be with it. But its regular attack is this. It comes in a trio pattern.
That cuts straight to the bone.
1, 2, 3. So a horizontal slice. Oh, let's try that again. Horizontal. Oh, no. Okay. 2 horizontals and then a massive overhead chop. Really slow. Look how long it takes to wind up on that third one. That's a ton of time going by. Okay. The Omega attack is this. Charge it up. It doesn't have to go all the way to 20. You can release it sometime before then. Aim it, and then when you let it go, whew, a whirlwind of death. Okay, and those strikes are rather fast, but they are all melee. There's no range going on there. Okay, so the special attack is thus kind of a spinning uppercut, faster to pull off than the attacks, but not objectively fast, and also not ranged. Okay, here is the special Omega. Okay, so finally we have something that qualifies as a ranged attack. It costs a whopping 30 magic, though. And you'll see I'll stand back. It creates a line of explosive strikes ahead of her. Here we go. Like a series of bombs that explode. I guess it's kind of like her throwing the axe or slamming it on the ground and causing that. I don't know. So we have one ranged attack in the repertoire, but it's a lot of magic going on there. Okay. And I'm currently regenerating magic because I still have that Arcana card that regenerates 6, I think it's 6 per second, something like that. Okay, so that's the weapon we've got. Of course, the dash strike right here. Cast is the same. All of that stuff. So that's what's up with Zorophet. Not really my preferred play style, but let's see what we can make of it anyway. The word on going up remains, so down we go. Another run toward Tartarus, hopefully, starting with Erebus.
Till tomorrow. To the House of Hades.
Okay. And we're still using, by the way, the keepsake of the Ghost Onion. 12 more encounters are needed before this is ranked up to its final rank, and I can choose not to use it anymore if I don't want to. All right, so we're going to start off with Selene here, and let's actually go ahead and give her a gift. You may have noted that I've had the option of giving gifts to any of the Olympians, any of the boon givers along the way, and I haven't done so, and I haven't said why yet, and I will in time. But Selene's is a bit different. The keepsake that she gives is a bit different, and it's, I think, more valuable, or at least more fun. So I will go ahead and give her a gift right now.
Selene, I now send to you the nectar of the gods, that it may warm your passage across the sky.
But, little star, you offer this to me. The connection that we share as Silver Sisters is already more than I can ask. Now be that as it may, I have something for you.
Okay, what's it gonna be?
You honor me, sister.
Her moonbeam. We won't be able to check it out until we look at the keepsake cabinet. We'll do that on the flip side of the run. Let's check out what Book of Night entry we got for Selene herself, of course. All think her beautiful, few know her power, for she is distant and conceals it well. She is the eye of night, you look up to her. A titaness fostered by Nyx herself, she ensures that the unseen have visibility above the surface as we below. Okay, a Titaness, not an Olympian deity, but a Titaness, fostered by Nyx. Okay, much like Melinoë herself has been. Very nice. Let's talk to her.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
You have descended into Tartarus and must have seen what Chronos made of that most sacred place. I know your confrontation did not go as you desired, but this is a new night, and you are all the more prepared.
Yeah, pep me up. Okay. Here we go. All right, we've seen the first one. I think that's the one I had last run. We've seen this one, which I've said several times is kind of my favorite. This one is new. So let's go ahead and showcase this one for you. Why not? This one, it turns you into an impervious living nightmare for 5 seconds with its own unique suite of abilities. And you have to reach 110 magic before you can trigger it. I believe I'm not very active in the whole community that looks at the game mechanics and tries to min-max everything and specialize the run. I find that kind of fascinating, but it's not how I appreciate the game. But I do believe that most people there are not a huge fan of this. I guess it doesn't turn out to give as much DPS damage per second and other abilities as other hexes do. I could be wrong about that, or maybe it's changed in development since I last saw some of that stuff. But I kind of like it. I don't like it as much as Wolfhound, but I do like it more than the Total Eclipse. So let's check out what this would be.
Dark side.
Okay. And it's available immediately because they always are after you first talk to Selene.
Winners.
And so let's check it out. All right, this is me. I activated it, and 2 abilities I used there. I couldn't really slow it down for you, but if you want to rewind the video,
You fought beautifully.
well, I thank you. You can check out what I'm getting ready to say. The attack, and I'll talk about it more as I trigger it more. The attack, when you're the living nightmare, is a constant stream of energy flowing from your hands. There's no weapon involved. The special is kind of an aura, growing circle of damage that spreads out from you and then collapses back into you, much as we've seen Hecate do. She wields those powers when we have the boss battle with her. So that's what those 2 abilities were. The special attack, the one that grows in a circle and collapses back in, it does damage each time the rim of that growing and shrinking circle, each time it strikes an enemy. So if you're moving left and right and forcing the edge of the circle to cross again and again an enemy, it does damage each time, which is kind of cool. So you'll see more of that as we go, hopefully. And what is this now?
Not even those with the power to enter the crossroads at will can entirely anticipate which of its 3 hidden paths shall be their exit.
I still know the way.
Okay, let's see. All right, looks like bones. So we've got Selene's Hex, and we don't yet have a Boon, which means any palms we find will be useless to us. So let's try to hurry up and get a Boon. Okay, now, using magic is still as important as ever because it makes me do more damage. I'm not a real big fan of the special attack, or rather, the Omega attack. I prefer range whenever possible. I don't like losing control of things. This forces you into a whirlwind, and yeah, so it's not really my favorite. So in order to keep my magic down below 100% and keep that Arcana card helping me, the one that I benefit from when my magic is below 100%, I'm going to be using the special Omega a lot. Let's pick up these bones.
Some bones.
Okay. And looky here, Chaos has invited us back yet again. Or Demeter. Okay, well, I would probably normally get Demeter because I'm such a fan of her boons, but let's progress stories, let's learn more about Chaos. And actually Chaos's boons are quite powerful too. Arguably more powerful than any of the other Olympians, so it's also not a bad strategic move. Let's grab it. And it's, again, we have to sacrifice a little health.
I'm ready.
Okay, here we are back in Chaos's domain. All right, with the lovely ethereal music, artwork. Okay, I don't see anything else here other than the Chaos's mark sigil itself. And check it out, we can give a gift to Chaos. Imagine that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Um, Given that we're not guaranteed to meet Chaos on any particular run, um, sure, let's take the opportunity.
If you'll permit me, Almighty Chaos, I wish you to have this gift of nectar in accordance with my family's custom among relatives and friends. None of this would have been possible if not for you.
I shall grant you this wish and the freedom to bestow upon me further gifts as you see fit, for I have familiarity with this custom of yours, and am prepared to reciprocate.
And the familiarity they have with this custom of ours is from their having met Zagreus and communicated with Zagreus in the first game. If I recall, they, Chaos, were quite confused and a little perplexed by this gift-giving custom. Zagreus had to explain it to them, which was kind of funny. So,
Whatever this is, it's remarkable, truly.
Transcendent Embryo. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's see what we learned about Chaos in the Book of Shadows. Chaos, untold aeons ago, infinity yawned wide, and from that, chaos sprang forth night and darkness, and the deepest reaches of your world. All else sooner or later followed, desire, the sea, and so on. I think I really pronounced that wrong, or intoned that wrong. And from that chaos, or from that, chaos sprang. I guess you could read it either way. Interesting. That single point of origin remains, ever watching. All living things in the end are one family, sharing this exceedingly uncommon ancestor. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, now for the boon or the mark.
When I created life, I had my doubts. Would it invite more problems than it solved? I would be curious to see. Thus my experiment continues to unfold, its outcome yet uncertain.
Almighty Chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met, what would you have me do?
So you can see that Chaos has two-way communication with Melinoë, unlike the other Olympians, because we are in Chaos's domain. Chaos's power far outstrips any other beings, so we're actually in a dialogue here, not just receiving messages. So the last time Chaos mentioned the quandary they wanted me to help solve, this is what Melinoë is referencing.
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary in the absolute. But above all, do as you will.
Not confusing in the least. Okay, so as we saw last time, Chaos's boons or marks have a price to be paid before you benefit from it. So this one, if I can survive having one fewer blessing to choose from in the next 3 boons, suites of boons offered, I will gain 31 magic. Okay. This one, my sprint and overall movement are 50% slower. Yeesh. But from that point forward, if I survive those 4 encounters, I have a plus 68% chance to find plus 100% resources with the gathering tool. So that includes the iron, or the minerals, silver and the like, as well as plants, as well as the psyche from the shades whom I can convince to join us in the Crossroads. So each time I get one of those, I'll have a 68% chance to find double the amount. Or Or, for the next 3 encounters, each time I attack, I take 4 damage. Not use special, literally just the attack. So if I'm going to survive those, I'll basically just be using specials, and that's all. Afterward, I gain 3 each of these little elemental abilities that we talked about before: earth, water, air, fire, as well as a new one, a different one that I don't actually remember the name of it right now, but that is something a little more potent and powerful. So, interesting. I think what's going to benefit us most right now is finding resources. You've seen there are tons of incantations, tons of things to unlock, and even though it's not going to benefit us on this run, it'll benefit us more in the long run I believe. So let's do this one. I'm just going to be really slow for 4 encounters, and then I'll be finding more with the tools. And you'll note, I can't remember if I said this before, that Chaos's boons also come in the rarity tiers. Regular, rare, or epic, as we've seen here. And heroic, potentially. A 4th tier we haven't seen anywhere yet. I'm not sure if Chaos's boons can be heroic, but maybe we'll find out. So let's get this one. Cool.
I had expected you to not sneak shoes.
And look at me now. Oh gosh. And carrying that axe. And the sprint likewise. Oh boy. So we're going to have to be extra careful for these next 4 encounters. Fortunately, I found this very early, so I won't be running into the boss. Fighting a boss battle while under the negative effects of a chaos mark can be really pretty difficult. Okay, extra long
What's
wait
she doing here?
there. Oh,
One word of this to Hecate, and you're meat. Got it? Now go on while I take care of things.
okay. Nemesis out in the field. And apparently she's not supposed to be. Is this new music? She got her own little soundtrack? That's kind of cool. Perhaps she has all along and I didn't really notice. Alright, go on while I take care of things. What does that mean?
This is my task, not yours. And I'm disappointed with your dereliction of duty. Are you so desperate to prove you're superior to me?
You know, maybe I am. So how about this? Got some gold on you, right? Those wretches ought to swarm in any moment. Whoever takes more of them gets the other's coin. What do you say?
Yeah, a little competition. Speed battle. Okay, so the winner gets more money or gets the coin that the other would have gotten or something.
Must it always be a wager with you?
Okay, so not super glad to have this chaos curse right now. Alright. So you can see the tally on the left, who's winning this this wager. So I'm using the hex right there.
Easy. Can't believe I lost.
Okay. So we won the battle. Okay, so we get the coin. I wasn't watching the corner of the screen. I think it already delivered it to us. But we get our regular room reward from this, of course.
Always use more.
And now Nemesis wants to talk to us. Okay, I'm going to say this right now, actually, before I talk. After you talk with her, she storms off through one of the exits and then deprives you of going of the reward that's lays behind it. So I'm gonna make a beeline, even with my slow running, for the one that I want immediately before she gets a chance to do so, and she may still beat me to it. So we'll see. Is there anything else to be found around here? No. All right, let's position ourselves closer and then talk.
Surprised you didn't bail out with that return trick of yours.
You don't know anything about me. What are you thinking being this far from your post, in violation of Headmistress Hecate's direct orders?
Okay, so I guess her post is where we've seen her thus far, just standing in the crossroads.
I'm thinking you don't have what it takes to take the Titan down. I do. Now get out of here.
Okay, before we exit the conversation and try to race for the exit that we want, this is similar to a mechanic that was present in the first game, where Thanatos, a son of Nyx and the embodiment of death, would often appear out in the field and challenge Zagreus to a race, basically, again, to see who can slay the most enemies. And in the first game, if Zagreus won the wager, he received, I think it was an extra centaur heart in addition to the normal room reward. If he lost, he didn't receive anything. The wager here with Nemesis is a little more dangerous, I guess you could say, because you actually lose money to her if you lose the wager. So they kind of stepped it up, but it's the same kind of idea. Try to beat your rival in slaying enemies. Okay, so we're gonna exit this and go here, go quickly.
No, you don't.
Haha, beat her to it. And she even taunts her. Whew, had to make my choice quickly. That was Poseidon versus Aphrodite. Definitely like Poseidon more. And I'm still laboring under Chaos's curse. So... so slow. And here comes... See, here's the Hex. Shooting energy from my hands, and that circle. Okay, so I think this was the second of the 4 encounters that I need to clear with this curse before I can move freely again. Let's see what Poseidon has to say.
Our family scattered to the winds a bit, my niece. You've heard from those of us upon this mountaintop, but Zeus sent several of his children to take care of things down closer to the base. They're probably just fine.
I'm sorry, I love Poseidon. Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of the attack here, but I'm also not a big fan of the special, so I am using, other than the special Omega attack, I am using attacks fairly frequently, and here we have his epic one. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna get this one. Okay. So those strikes, those massively slow strikes will at least be knocking foes back. Give me a little breathing room. Cool.
Surging on.
And some silver. Now, I don't yet benefit from Chaos's Boon because the curse is still in effect, so I'm not going to be collecting any extra here. Too bad. We need a lot of it. Alright. Okay. This one is a mini-boss laboring under the curse, and it's one we've seen before because there's no faded list symbol. Or shopping. Let's go for it. Okay, the Shadow Beast.
Shadow back.
Take care of these two. Oh. Alright, this one's laid out a little differently. So slow. Go, go, go. Oof. Okay.
No.
Alright. So, I'm gonna try and be tricky here and get out of the way as it swings. And then... Okay, I can use my Hex here. I'm invulnerable, remember. That's one really nice bonus. Oh, I didn't realize I used the special. Really nice bit about that Hex. You're invincible while using it. Go. Oh, did he get me? Away. Okay, so broken through its armor, so I'm not worried about it anymore.
The shadows dissipate.
Okay. Whew. What have we learned? About the Thorn Weeper, not about this mini-boss. Roots long for the darkness of earth, and the dead long for the living. You mislike the combination of the two. I love that verb, mislike. I wish we used that more. These brambles are particularly cruel to your feet, like Legos. Okay, I don't think I've learned about that darkness thing, unless I have earlier and I've forgotten, whatever. Okay, so Aphrodite.
You've met so many on this mountaintop, yet come to think, I've not seen hide nor hair of late of little Artemis. I'd hate to think the goddess of the hunt's too busy stalking some old woodland beast to join us in our time of need.
Oh, so that's interesting. Artemis is indeed out here doing stuff. She's helping me on the runs. She's hanging out a little at the Crossroads, but the Olympians don't seem to know of that. Okay. They haven't seen her. They think she's out just frolicking and hunting and doing stuff. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Our first look, I was just talking about this earlier. Our first look at a heroic level boon. Okay, only available here because this would be a sacrifice boon. I would have to give up the one I currently have and take hers instead. And the benefit to doing that is that you get an increased rarity level. Heroic is as good as it gets. And as I've said, I think I said maybe in the very first video, Aphrodite's boons actually have the max possible of sheer additional damage percentage added. So this would be a walloping pack of a walloping bit of damage for the attack, and it only helps to for nearby foes. But Zorophet only hits nearby foes. There's no ranged with the attack. So Okay. Or something with the special. Okay. Or this one. I'm very tempted to do this. Very tempted. But I'm not going to. Boy, I'm tempted though. That's just so much damage. Um, but I'm going to grab this one instead. Okay, I already have quite a nice attack attack boon with a area of effect splash damage, and this one is also nice, plus 7% bonus damage to everything. It looks paltry next to 140, I know, but doubled to 14 when I'm quite healthy. This might not be the best call, but I'm gonna get this one anyway. Okay.
Beautiful.
Feel free to let me have it in the comments if that was those who are watching this who might know far more about the mechanics than I. Feel free to let me have it. I won't get too angry. All right, so Molly. So it should be just one more encounter laboring under this curse. Ash it is. Oh,
Breathe,
okay.
Mel.
This is that free room, that peaceful room with free healing in the boon, which is great, but does not count as an encounter. So I still need to fight one more battle before I shake free of the curse. Okay, got some ash. Can look at something.
Deep in the endless woods of Erebus lie secret clearings, undiscoverable, but through supernatural means.
Such as the incantation I used to reveal this space.
I knew we'd find this place.
Okay, drinky drink.
Just a small sip.
And
Oh?
oh, this is not your ordinary bird. I thought this was just kind of random bird in the background, but looky here. A special bird, not flying away. I can approach. Well, who doesn't do that? Let's approach. Oh, it's a different command. Sorry, it's the T button.
Greetings, little raven.
Okay.
Flew off.
More like disappeared. All right. A white raven. Okay. I wonder what that's about. All right. Regardless, we've got a choice to make, and it's really no choice at all. Hammer boon. See how Zorophet can be improved. That's quite satisfying. I do like the special, the Omega special. One thing I like about the axe. Okay, here comes my the hex. We can see this a little more clearly. I'm going to use the hex. Invulnerable. Here's that special attack. This circle that can cross back and forth. I didn't show you the regular attack because I wanted to focus on that. On the special, I will next time. Okay.
The boon from chaos just took hold.
Whew, okay. Look, I can move freely again, I'm fast again, and I now benefit from this. Plus 68% chance to double the amount of resources I might find. So let's go. Let's find some resources, Melinoë. Let's go. Firstly, the hammer. Let's upgrade this axe. Okay. The dash strike hits twice in an area. So two improvements. It's an area attack that strikes twice. A faster attack, okay, that mitigates some of the painful slowness. Or the attack has plus 300 power, which is a lot. But instead of having the 3-strike sequence, it's just that final massively slow chop. Not my cup of tea. This one, I'm gonna get this one. You could argue that you're just changing the axe from what it's supposed to be and forcing it to suit a different playstyle instead of leaning into its power and just learning how to use it, which would represent taking this one. That's a fair observation and a fair criticism. I just don't like playing that way. I like the faster stuff. So we're going to get this one, even if it is kind of corrupting a little bit of how the axe should, quote unquote, should be used.
It's rather heavy still.
So that looks like this now. Noticeable improvement. Okay, I like it. And oh, how about that? We can get a palm that can benefit this sweet attack we've got. powerful that is. Nice. Okay. So, could power up either of these, but definitely going to go with this one. Epic boons, rare boons, they benefit more from the level increase. Plus, it's it's my primary attack right now.
Do not depart just yet.
Yes, ma'am. All right, let's see if Chaos is going to help me out here.
Carefully.
Nope. Okay. That plus 68% wasn't enough this time. I just found a single one. Oh, we've got several new things to look at, but I don't want to look at them yet because I don't have them yet. What I found was this Nightshade Seed. We've already found one of those before. What's new here in the reagents? Ah.
Should be no shortage of this
oops.
on the surface.
Darn it. I prefer to look at things only when I find them. This is the shadow, by the way, that I began the alchemy concoction to create. And this is bronze. We'll look at those a little later. Bear with me, folks. It's one of my idiosyncrasies. I like to keep things hidden until they're actually live for me. Okay, Hermes. So I didn't mention this before, but the strike has a nice big sweep. It's a nice big arc. It's doing damage anywhere in that arc.
Be again at peace.
Officially, I'm keeping tabs on you. You're not supposed to know, just so you know. I tell Olympus all the latest happenings, nothing too private, mind, and then I tell you more. Just keeping tabs on everyone, I guess.
Secrets within secrets. Okay, thanks for the update, Hermes. Okay. Well, we've seen these two before, rather repeatedly. Here's a new one. Your Omega moves are 15% faster. Okay, not bad. But I think I'm going to get this one. I quite like getting the constant stream of extra money to use on other boons or whatnot. Alright, so nice amount of coin. Heart or magic? I'm still regenerating magic quite a bit, and yeah, so let's go for the Centaur Heart here. Hex. Now I'm going to use the special attack. This kind of pentagram symbol while I'm firing energy. And immune, invulnerable to damage at the time. So you just place yourself right in the thick of things and go crazy.
Good.
Alright, let's see. Huh, still no benefit from the chaos. Okay. Chaos Boon. Alright, I believe that Hecate's room will be after this next one. You always, I don't know if I've said this, you always have the option, maybe the only option, of Charon's shop just before the boss. Probably should have said that earlier. So this late in the run, when I know I'm in the region, when I know I'm drawing near the end, whenever I see the opportunity for this, it's a signal that, okay, only one more room remains. I've got plenty of coin here, but a free palm to further enhance this attack is looking pretty good to me. So let's do that. Here it is. Okay, no enemies. It's the penultimate room here. Okay, even more. Even more. Yes, please. Thank you. Oop, what do we have? Aha! Ooh, I would love for Chaos's Boon to proc here and give me extra psyche. I really need a lot. So here we go.
It'll be all right.
Yes, got it. Okay, did you see the little symbol that said Chaos Harvest? Okay, that increased the amount. I got a full 60 there instead of the normal 30. Nice. All right, that was the effect of Chaos's Boon. On to Hecate.
At last.
To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Remember well those words, and those that follow, lest the thrill of battle cloud your memory.
Okay.
To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Night and darkness guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time.
If this is a callback to something, I'm not remembering what this is referencing.
A potent prayer, although here it shall avail you not. Perhaps you soon shall have the opportunity to make the invocations in the proper place and time.
Was that perhaps the incantation she recited upon facing Chronos the first time in our last video? I didn't memorize what she said there. I can check back later. Maybe, maybe not. Regardless, here we go. So see that ability right there, that's the same ability as the one I've been using with the Hex. Oh, sorry. Right here, it's the same little, yep, she recognizes it too. See, she uses hexes throughout. All the hexes that are available to us from Selene, she's using, because she's also a witch. She's also, you know, got Selene's power. So those meteors calling down are like the small meteors from the one of the abilities you can use to improve the total eclipse, which we saw in the last video. There's the dark side ability she's using. Check it out. I'm just going to use it. Oh, are you kidding me? That's news to me. I was trying to use the Hex to become invulnerable and evade her polymorph spell, changing me into a sheep, and it did not work. Alright, that's lesson learned. That curse can reach me, which again is another Hex, Moon Hex, transforming me into a sheep. I guess that can affect me even while I'm invulnerable. How about that? I'm learning here with you folks. Hex. Oh, darn. Not here.
Each of the nocturnal arms is a terrible responsibility. I've only begun to realize their nature. Certain incantations shall deepen your understanding.
Okay, am I going to learn something here?
The aspects of night and darkness.
Oh.
Thank you, Headmistress.
Okay, so a new incantation awaits. Beyond what always opens up as she learns and grows and develops. A new one triggered by that battle, and triggered perhaps by me using a fourth nocturnal arms, one that unlocks other aspects. I wonder what that could mean. But for now, Cinder.
Some cinder.
Down we go. Gaining plus 45 health from that ghost onion. That's what that's why I got extra there. Oh.
Chronos.
Conspicuous.
Here comes Grandpa.
How unsanitary. I thought that I might find you here, my girl. Such fire in your eyes. How obstinate the members of our family can be. Have you learned nothing from our previous exchange?
Oh, I learned plenty, and I'm eager to learn more. So why don't you get out of my way, since there's nothing you can do within these woods but try to slow me down.
Past the point of reason and so very self-assured. Then very well. Come find me if you must and learn some more. You know where I reside.
I do not hide from gods.
See you soon.
Okay. So is he taunting me? Is he trying to scout me out? What's his aim in those little projections?
Moving on.
Perhaps
At
they're
least
not.
my feet are clean.
Perhaps they're not projections at all. Those little Chronos appearing to me in that transition area. Maybe that is actually Chronos teleporting around. I don't know.
Each chamber here leads to a deeper one.
Double bones, always welcome.
Out of my sight.
Alright. This would be a fishing point if I had the rod of fishing. Okay, well, this one's a tough call. Alright, let's see. Is Cass going to help me out?
Good find.
With 2 of the 3 mine actions, Chaos helped out and gave me 2 instead of 1. So I walked away with a total of 5. 2 plus 2 plus 1. Nice. Alright, Nectar or Double Ash? I'm actually going to go against my normal tendency. I'm going to go for Double Ash, because I need so much of this.
Here goes.
Oh, come on.
Sprouts again.
You can see her voice deepens considerably when she's under the influence of her dark side aspect. Personality. Okay, and there goes the Ghost Onion, ranked up to level 3. I have to continue using it this night, of course, but then it's fully ranked up. And I don't have to use it anymore. Of course, I don't have to use it at all. There's no need to rank them up to level 3. I just like to do so. Okay. Wow, another double ash, or this. I've got plenty of money and would benefit from this, but man, give me the ash. Ash, ash, ash. For those Arcana cards. Oh, how did that hit me?
All right.
Ooh, choices. Let's keep running with Poseidon here. And the Ghost Onion has now expired entirely. Used all the hit point regeneration it's going to grant me.
Not now.
Why not?
Too much squirming.
Alright, let's get the info on this thing. A helifish. Like a helicopter fish, I guess. How is it that chaos could give shape to all that exists before you? Perhaps to fill this world's void, the primordial originator brought in this or that from worlds beyond. No explanation comes to you that better explains the form of this particular sea beast and its floating flock. You cannot tell if it is capable even of simple thought, but it can definitely sting. Okay, Uncle Poseidon.
Hear me, on my authority.
Here's that one I like, doubling up, or potentially doubling up all the things I find except Boon's hammers and whatnot. Ooh, okay. I am using my splash effects a lot. This would make those more potent. Let's go with this one. Okay. What is this?
There are such creatures born of nightmare and the sea, which float eternally toward death and decay, and so invariably find themselves exactly here.
I think I just stepped in one.
And here's another place to dig up something.
Some seeds.
Okay. No chaos improvement there, just cattail seeds. Okay. Well, interesting. Yeah, normally I would get... I'm tempted to get the coin because I've got Hermes' Boon that improves the amount of coin, but I think I'm going to go with this. I want to get up some of these boons some more. Now I really need a boon that improves my special attack, because all this, I'm really using a lot, as you can see, of this ranged attack, the ranged axe attack, and I've got nothing enhancing my special. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm using a lot of my this Omega special, this one, and yet I don't even have a single boon improving my special. So it's kind of an omission here. Alright. I think I'm going to get this one up. 20% damage when the froth, as we already talked about froth in an earlier video, when that triggers, it's going to do more. So let's do that.
Sure.
Ooh, okay. Let's go down and visit Narcissus. That's fun.
Yeah, looking good, man. You are looking good. Like you don't know. Don't even know, right?
So good.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Coming to the front of the line. Whoever you are, at least you've got more guts than all my other would-be suitors back there. Though you still don't have a chance.
These shades must have felt strongly for you in life if they've been lingering nearby. But it wasn't my intent to be out of turn, merely to thank you for your gift the other night.
Oh, I know every opening line there is, and merely to thank you is one of the classics. Acting all demure. Well, I know what you really want, and you're not getting it. Just this.
Gosh, his delivery is fantastic. Alright. So again, we got a second-hand gift here. 20 Psyche and 30 Magic, 50 Healing, not max health, but healing, and 10 Ash, or 50 Bones and 25 max health. I think the Psyche is what I need to prioritize at the moment. Or the Ash. But the healing, okay, let's get this one.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Alright, so 20 Psyche. Nice, and 30 max magic. Got some things to find here. Here's some more of this. Doubled, doubled, doubled each time. Walked away with 6 of those. And here's a shade we can compel. Hopefully this will be doubled as well.
Let me show you the way.
Yes, it was doubled. Excellent.
Oh, I owe you one.
He's thanking me for getting rid of one of his suitors. That's good. And that was a double harvest, so I got double the amount of Psyche from that. Wonderful. And you know what? We can give him a gift. Ooh, how's that going to go? Here we're trying to convince him that we don't like him, and we're going to give him a gift. That's going to backfire, but let's do it anyway.
As you've made no attempt to snap my head from my shoulders, unlike many other things lurking about, I'm compelled to give you this. Just as a casual acquaintance, to be clear.
Yeah, nice try.
You give me such tokens of affection, full knowing I've already got a lot of them, and, more importantly, am spoken for. Fine. Here's something to remember me by.
How could I ever forget you, Narcissus?
Okay, his aromatic file. Cool, cool, cool. And what did we learn? Narcissus. The irony of this one's punishment was lost on him. Such was his longing for a beauty he alone possesses. Even still, he gazes at his own reflection. Depending on whom you ask, the love of oneself is either a virtue or a sin. Have you a position on the subject? Okay, asking questions of the okay, yeah, sure. Alright, very nice, very nice. Got a lot out of this particular room. And here we go with Double Ash. Okay, it's like this run is really rewarding us for really setting us up for coming away with stuff we need to progress in the bigger picture. Oh gosh. Use that Hex. Got a little crazy in there. So I think, I'm guessing the Chaos's little enhancement does not affect things you pick. Only the resources, capital R, that you gather using one of the tools, capital T. So not the things lying around for which you do not need a tool.
One of Lord Charon's wells.
Yeah, let's see what's in here. Minus 10% damage for 5 encounters. A mere 30 gold. Yeah, let's do that one. Sure. Cool. And now, alright. I think... Oh, prophecy foretold. Alright. Something new is going to be added to the list. I think now it's time to finally do some serious shopping.
Lord Charon?
And as I noted before, this is there's always a Charon shop, either potential or the only choice before the boss. Here we see it. He wants to talk.
You were able to reach the House of Hades before me, my lord. Doubtless why that final stretch was clear. You must know I was unable to prevail. Just have to give it another go, won't we? Thank you for your support.
Alright, let's do some damage here. Poseidon.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I'm not liking the priming right now, because even though I am regenerating damage, magic, that one I like to use, it costs a full 30 each time. So let's stay away from that from now. Let's get a sprint. I don't know if we've seen this one so far. Okay, this looks like this. Sprint around, wave, and the moment you run into an enemy, the wave bursts into them, goes away until you start a new sprint. So it's a damage dealing sprint. Let's pick up some ash, take it home.
There.
And yeah, okay, why not? Let's power something up. Let's go ahead and buff let's go ahead and improve the sprint one, why not? Alright.
Here for the show.
Time for another concert.
On with the show.
See anything you like in our green room down there? Maybe you didn't notice the sign, but that's our private little area where fans are not supposed to go.
Your so-called green room happens to be built atop a drain that spills into the mourning fields below. You could always flush your sorry work down there, where it'll fit right in.
Ouch.
Oh, you went looking through our work. So what if a few ideas go unused here and there? If you don't cut, you never get to the good stuff. Let's get it.
Wow. As I said, not my favorite weapon.
Finally. There.
And I'm not particularly good with it, so that was much sloppier, clumsier than it should have been, but we made it.
And that's our show for tonight.
Okay, another pearl.
Another pearl.
Oh, okay. Down we go.
Collected works of sailor-slaying Scylla and her sirens lie conspicuously scattered here, imparting vengeance on the sensibility of those who dare to take a closer look.
You're such a mess, that little dress. Oh, gods.
That's two of the lyrics from the song we just heard her sing.
Long way down. Mustn't stay for long.
Okay, the Cerberus battle, if I get that far, could be messy with this weapon, given my lack of facility with it.
Don't give in. Don't give in.
Oh, haven't seen either of these two Olympians this run. There's some health waiting for me. Health regenerator, health restoration. Very, very welcome. And it's just
Grow
this.
golden once again.
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, before I forget.
Glass rock.
Alright, full 6 of those thanks to Chaos.
now for what's mine.
Okay, more enemy entries. Okay, here's the entry on this Sorrow Spiller. None can escape their shadow, but also there are those for whom this is especially the case. None can escape their shadow, meaning all mortals have shadows. In their small-minded ignorance, they are desperate to flee from the fear and darkness in their hearts, but the more they scuttle, the deeper that darkness grows. So I guess these are just regular mortals fleeing the darkness and merely creating it, something like that. Okay.
That reclusive witch at the Crossroads must have been a most unwilling caretaker of yours, and kept you from your real family till now. At least Hecate taught you some survival skills, and had enough sense to finally acquaint us.
Okay. Alright. I don't yet have a cast boon. This is a decent one. I don't yet have a special boon. And I don't yet have a regeneration boon, but I don't really need one. Well, as I said, it's kind of silly that I don't even have anything on my special yet. So let's go with that.
Just one more.
Here's a little freebie. Another little freebie. And okay.
Lycaons.
See how difficult it would be to rely on the way I use this axe without magic regeneration. Kind of just stepping back and using that ranged Omega special without magic regeneration, I would be very, very hard pressed to do anything effective.
I almost pity you, dearie, all swept up in our affairs. You don't know how hard I've tried to avoid it myself. Must we always have to take a blasted side in everything? But we gods, we just love a good fight.
Okay, well, this is a magic regen, which I don't need. I am using that Omega special a lot. That's the one I just talked about all the time. This would make it more costly to use, but add a fireball to the damage. Good, but I do not yet have a cast, as I've said, a cast boon. So let's go ahead and complete the suite of ones on the left here, aside from the regeneration, which I don't want. Mini boss. Okay, I'm actually gonna take Hermes over Aphrodite.
More ashes. Flourish.
Ooh, Path of Stars down there, just a little mini one. First one I've seen this run.
The possibilities.
Okay, so just 2 points here. This layout is different from the two we've seen already. 2 purples available to us, a trio of blues. Let's just take the opportunity to look at what the Path of Stars abilities for Dark Side are. Starts with this, one we're familiar with, automatic charging up, as though I were using 1 magic per second. Okay, additional duration for that Dark Side invulnerability and transformation, 0.5 extra seconds. Plus 20% damage to all abilities while you're affected by the hex. Another duration bump. Greater dodge, 1% chance to dodge after you use it, plus 1% chance. And then another damage increase, okay. More dodge, more duration, more damage. Looking up, we've got more dodge, more damage, more dodge, more duration. Going down, we've got damage, dodge, duration, damage. Okay, the blue ones at the top. During your hex, that your cast deals plus 30% damage. Okay, middle, Death Defiance, if you use it, fully recharges your hex if it's not ready. I've never really liked this one in any hex. I find it. Your Death Defiance, okay, that's only gonna if you're lucky, it's not ever gonna happen. You needing to use a Death Defiance, and if it does happen, you've only got a very limited number. This is one that is not really doesn't really speak to me. This one, while you're using your hex, your special, that little circle that comes out and in, gains the bonuses of your special boon. Alright, and the purples up top, during your hex, your special deals critical damage to distant foes at the cost of +20 regen. Bottom, during your hex, your cast has the same effect as your Omega cast. Interesting, which means it has that explosion of damage at the end. Well, here at this late stage, I doubt I'm going to flesh out either of these. Not even finding a single one and only 2 points. So it's kind of silly to base things on here. Instead, I'm going to go for the blue that I like the most. Hex, cast +30, special. Let's go down and aim for this one. So we have to start here no matter what. And if I'm going down, then I have to choose this one, which is greater dodge, which is not, I'm not a fan of that one. No. Let's go for more, yeah, let's go with Bloodthirst. I'm gonna structure the Path of Stars around the regular boons this time. Just because, well, this one would guarantee I have a dodge after that. Yep, let's do it. Just because I'm not gonna find enough of these to really make it worthwhile, make it possible to go the purples. Here we go. Cool.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, greater dodge chance. Again, 0.5% per boon I have. We saw that earlier in an earlier run. Sprint is 15% faster and gives you a barrier while you're sprinting that twice per encounter will ignore all damage incoming. Okay. And you channel your Omega cast faster and your I've never liked that one. Let's get this one. I do like sprinting.
And we're off.
So there's that magical barrier you can see. Twice per encounter, it will shrug off all damage for me. Just tried to go off a minute ago. I saw it and heard it. It had this little sound effect that accompanies that barrier, and it's one that was found in the first game because you gain a similar effect as a keepsake from Eurydice, Orpheus's nymph lover. She gives you an evergreen acorn, I believe, and it gives you the same ability to shrug off, I think it's up to 3, well, it doesn't matter, shrug off some damage from strikes, and it has that same little song effect. If you want to rewind the video, you can see, you hear the music just slightly when I would have taken damage earlier, just a minute ago, but the ability protected me.
Vitality. I should be able to get out, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I always like Echo stuff.
Hey, it's Melinoë. Hey, it's Melinoë. It's Melinoë. Melinoë. It's Echo, Echo, Echo. You're an Oread, aren't you? Though you're not speaking in the customary way of mountain nymphs. Some sort of curse. Some sort of curse. Sort of curse. Curse. Curse.
Yeah. That's all we're gonna get out of her. Okay. Ooh, this one is interesting. The third one. Palm, palm, palm. It doubles the level of random one of your boons, which is already higher than the rest. So whatever your highest boon is, in terms of level, boom, it's doubled. If you have multiple of the same level, one is randomly chosen. So in my case, that would double the level of my attack boon. Go from 3 to 6. That is pretty nice. Let's do that.
I'm grateful. 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 Grateful.
You can see it's up to +6, it's level 6 now. Nice.
Till next we meet. Next we meet. Next we meet. Next we meet.
I just love what they did with Echo in this game. Ooh. Okay, well this is absolutely no question. We're gonna do this one.
Look for the golden petals on the ground.
Well, this one's standing right here for us. See how I'm damaging more and more as I go back and forth. That circle, the event horizon, if you like.
It's cleared up.
As it crosses them back and forth, it does damage each time. Okay, how are we going to further improve Zorophet? Okay, this is the same one we saw before. My Omega attack fires around you, leaving you free to move and strike at the same time. How interesting. So the whirlwind happens from the Omega attack, but you can still move, you can still use other abilities. That makes it much more attractive to me. This one, you can channel your Omega attack faster and move faster while attacking. Well, I don't love either of them, but let's go ahead and get this one.
The mighty Moonstone Axe.
And here's what that looks like. Okay, I'm gonna charge it up, let it go, and I can still attack and move and do whatever I want while it's going. I still prefer the special, but I had to choose something. So, okay. No, these are the exit trees. I need the golden bowl to make sense of where I am and what's available. That little thundercloud you see on top of them is the Zeus's blitz effect, just waiting to take effect. It only hurts them after a certain amount of time has passed, or after they take a certain amount of extra damage, of additional damage. Okay, well, perhaps I'll eat my words concerning the Path of Stars here. Only got 3, it's still not going to be a lot, so I can get duration. If I get this dodge, I can go up and grab this one. Let's do that. Dodge, the blue one, cast deals more damage, and then I generally like duration more than anything else here, just because the duration not only enables you to keep unloading those attacks, but it makes you invulnerable for longer, which is the biggest, honestly, the biggest perk of the Hex as I see it. Still haven't found the bow, so I'm kind of lost. There it is. And wandering.
Illuminate my path.
3 to go. We'll get these minor ones out of the way. Nice thing about the cast here is the enemies don't have to be in it when you use it. You can throw it down, retreat behind it, and trust that it'll kind of mire them, root them when they come after you. So it gives me time to set up that slow Omega special. Alright, I can keep getting this up. Oh, I don't have I don't have anything on the cast yet. Let's get that up one.
Very well.
Yeah, I can get out of here, but I've got something over here, some bones to pick up. Just gonna sweep in, grab it, and beat a retreat. And looks like time to exit. Okay, Cerberus could be next. And I think I need more than a simple palm here. Let's go spend some money in preparation.
I'm going. Step aside.
Yep, the paw prints.
Beyond awaits the monstrous hound of hell, no longer watchful of the underworld's gates, but now grown desperate to return to his grim master, wherever he resides.
Poor Cerberus.
Alright.
In the name of Hades. I
Oh.
sense the elemental essences here now.
Okay, this is our first look at an infusion boon. In purple or pink here. Okay, so this is one of those ones that depends upon collecting those little bits of elements. This one is nice. Your attacks and specials gain power the more fire bits that you have, more elements. So it tells me how many I have. I have 2 now, but you can always press B on the keyboard to check and see which ones you've got. I've got 2. So if I pick this up, it's +2 per. It would be +4 power for my attack and special. And this one we looked at already. This one is a replacement. I might consider that if I didn't have access to this. So let's get this infusion boon. Tells you that it's upgraded. You can check it out in the boon list, and it tells you, boom, +4 infused power. Nice. Let's go ahead and stock up here. Cerberus could be extremely hard with this weapon and my clumsiness with it. Yeah, why not? Okay, improved my dash boon a little bit. All right, let's go look at the good boy again.
Thank you for your service. Due for another cleaning then?
First thing I do is just get out of the way. He strikes so quickly and so massively that before unloading I try to position behind him, or at least to the side before I do anything, especially with a slow weapon like this.
Easy now.
Much for the armor I just bought. Happy to be invulnerable right there. Yeah, there's that song again because I had to use one of the resistance to damage effects lent by the Boon.
You'll soon be good and clean.
Retreated.
Stop bothering the dog.
Got a shadow speller in there. Lord, oh gosh, I hate this. totally wore off just before that big nasty attack.
Ferocious, fully clean, and multi-headed Cerberus descends again into the comfort of his pit.
See how one of the heads here is a little friendlier looking than the others? I think that relates to what I mentioned in the last video. One of the heads is friendlier, is more amenable to being pet than the others, as Zagreus knew well in the first game.
Feel better, Cerberus.
Okay, I'm not too unhappy with that performance, given that I dislike this weapon.
Tucked away.
So we got another tier and a little plant. And look what we have here. I can salute this little red, nattily dressed shade here. What could this be about?
You there? You're from Elysium.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it then.
Another nod to the first game. In the boss battle in Elysium in the first game, which is the third of the 4 regions in the first game, Zagreus had to defeat Theseus and the Minotaur, Asterius, fighting together, two enemies at once, and in an arena-style battle, like a gladiator match. And there was always a shade there, this one, who was the lone one cheering for Zagreus to win. And everyone else was all disappointed when Theseus lost, except this one. And you could always kind of go, and he would smile at you, and I'm saying he just by default, I probably shouldn't. So here this shade is again, which hanging out here, I don't know why, but there the shade is. Okay.
Almost there.
Well, you know what I'm thinking. Is Eris going to be here or not? My vote is that yes, she is. My guess.
Needed that.
Yeah, that helped. All right.
Unseen. The lowest reaches.
You made it.
There's a girl. Okay. Darn it, folks, but not entirely a surprise. I really do think that unlocking the wards for that upper level, going up from the Crossroads, is one of the prerequisites for actually being able to complete the game and or not complete the game, defeat Chronos with the game being happy about it. So, gonna do what we did before. Explore it thoroughly, pick up what we can pick up, hopefully find Hades again, see what's up, and then intentionally lose to Chronos. Alright.
This isn't working. Why won't you stop? What's it gonna take, huh? Oopsie.
What did she do to me?
I should know by now what she's done to me. 300 bone, yes please.
Mine.
Bones. Okay, I'm assuming it's the same. Yeah, 20%. Okay. And you know what? I realized I made a really foolish comment last run in the last video. Remember in the fight against Chronos, I was marveling at the amount of damage I was taking. Like, what's going on? Have they buffed Chronos? Am I really playing this badly? Well, no. I had forgotten about Eris. Obviously, that debuff, that curse had grown very strong by the time I reached Chronos. That's why I was taking so much damage. I realized that like 30 minutes after I closed the video last time, and I definitely did a forehead slap.
They'll know I'm here.
Okay.
Anybody sensible would flee from Tartarus, not pause right hidden.
Okay, what did I learn about this time? About Tartarus itself. Okay. The ever-shifting depths of the underworld are not as once they were. Chronos now resides there with his retinue of satyr worshippers. How exactly the Titan escaped an inescapable prison, he alone can say, but the groaning wheels and machinery throughout the place have grown more prevalent since his return, suggesting long dormant plans that came finally to fruition. The satyrs laboring in secrecy and then not in secrecy, preparing for his return. I haven't yet said exactly what his fate was when and what these references to how he escaped in an inescapable prison, what this all references, because I believe he's going to tell us. It's coming at some point, and I don't want to spoil it. So, only one option this time. Onward.
Best not stay any longer than I must.
Alright, except we want to do exactly that because see all the gold dust lying around, which we now know is something Chronos has added to the area, loving gold as he does. We want to stay longer to talk to Hades again. Here he is. Music goes away.
Who goes? You.
Be well, Lord Father.
Oh, daughter. What are you doing here again? I told you, you cannot be here.
Check out his manacles around his wrists. They're marked with Chronos' sigil, the hourglass.
And I told you I'd be back for you. Though my priority is Chronos. You vanquished him before. Can you reveal to me any weaknesses? Anything at all?
I vanquished him with the aid of 5 other gods. What hope have you alone? He has no weakness, save his arrogance. And it appears you have that weakness too.
Then it seems we are equally matched. Father, how long have you been this way? Is there aught I can do?
You think I have any sense of time in such a place? And I've said already what you can do. Risk not your everything. Go now, and be unseen.
Okay, I'm not sure what that special one up above was. Unseen Ire. After you take damage, go dark and deal more damage for the duration. Okay. Darkness is the natural state of things and a source of fear, for the world is a terrifying place. I don't know why that would seem to be highlighted there and directly reference his last comment. The other two, Gigaros Dash. Gigaros is the name of Hades' trident that he uses when he's not imprisoned. Your dash strikes surrounding foes with a punishing sweep that inflicts scorn. So it does a 40 damage, and then scorn is a curse where everyone inflicted by it takes plus 30% attack and special damage for 10 seconds. That is pretty sweet. And life tax we saw last time. I'm going to go ahead and choose this, given I'm not trying to beat Chronos, I'm not trying to win. And I wonder if this is going to be on the fated list or something. Is that why it was emphasized? I don't know. Yeah, so when you take damage, you become dark, you're undetectable and impervious for 5 seconds, doing plus 70% damage while dark, but it takes 40 seconds to cool down and be available again. Huh, sure.
You'll be avenged.
Alright. Oh. Still not up for it.
Ferocious Cerberus yet guards his master dutifully, having discovered him within these depths.
Okay. No observation here.
The once feared underworld king resembles now the wretched and the damned that here was shackled in his stead, until the scheming Titan Chronos cut them loose.
So that's something else we've learned. The Titan Chronos cut loose or freed all the souls imprisoned by Hades, and boom, there's his free army. All the damned souls tormented for eternity by him, by Hades and his lieutenants, because that's what they earned in life, are now willing soldiers for Chronos.
Unforgivable.
If Hades seemed brusque in his comments to his daughter, you should have seen him in the first game. He was absolutely awful towards Zagreus, just the most scornful, insulting, terrible father, until he mellowed and changed and developed throughout the game. He actually, I'd say he experienced far more character development in the first game than Zagreus did, or than anyone else did. The scorn and the bitterness or the unfairness of that earlier comment to Melinoë about her arrogance, that is nothing compared to what he was saying to his son in the first game. Onward. As you can see, the little magic circle does not prevent anyone from teleporting away. Just prevents or hinders movement. Teleportation. Destroy these things if you want, if you're getting tired of the trap damage. Okay, I learned something else. Oh, prophecy fulfilled. Don't recall what that might be, but what did we learn? Sand skulls, the little teleporting things, essentially mindless apparitions of the throes of death. They prey upon the souls of the damned, if any lately they can find. They serve no master, yet also pose no great threat to Chronos or his followers. Thus they are tolerated, barely, if but for the sport of satyr cultists seeking to test the strength of their hooves. Cool. Oh, well, how about that? Path of Stars there? I guess there's nothing else to see here. Okay. Target the Hierophants, the wizard type first. Really dislike them. Especially when they have all their rats summons.
Clear.
Yeah. 5 points to spend here. Alright, well, looks like I could reach this one. Why not? Why not? Go for it. Dodge, duration, the purple one, then damage, duration. Let's get more damage. Why not?
Seleni's hidden strength.
I know I said I preferred duration.
The stars align.
But whatever. Large, I contain multitudes. Whitman's quote. Alright. No. There. What else did I learn? Okay, the satyr, Virofence End. We learned about the wretched thugs just now. One could mistake these cloven-footed fiends for beggar-men in all their tattered robes. One would, of course, have to ignore the chittering cacophony of all the vicious little things within those folds. These satyrs seemed to coexist in symbiosis with the vermin swarming at their hooves, but they would sooner flay each other to shreds had they no others to attend to first. Right, okay. Wretched thug. The lord and master of the realm had numerous responsibilities, this is Hades, but chief amongst them was the burden to judge lives. For the foulest such lives, the sentence was simple. Some of these vindictive wretches, freed from their shackles, saw fit to serve the Titan Lord who liberated them. Why ever should they not? That's basically what I just said a few minutes ago. These were the inhabitants of Tartarus in the first game, which was the first region encountered by Zagreus. The Tartarus was the home and the doom of the worst of the souls who entered Hades' care. So now they are perhaps the most ferocious of the Titan's followers. Okay, here's some shade rot.
Some shade rot.
Sorry, didn't mean to steal her thunder. Alright, one path. Let's do it. Okay, some marble.
Some marble.
Thank you, Cass. 5 of those at a time. Alright, on to Chronos himself again, but, you know, not gonna try to win.
The house.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend as much as I can, definitely get one of these cards. Which got me 2 cards, in fact, because of the spending that required. Good. Doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna die here. Let's get this one.
May I?
That Bowman's good at taking messages, isn't he? Almost like taking corpses down into the underworld like he used to. Nothing to do for those these days. Except to burn.
Doesn't even matter. Just get this one, whatever.
Stronger.
Right. Like perhaps it's worth mentioning that the boon that gains greater effect per fire bit, it will continue to get more powerful if you get more fire elements. So you're not, it doesn't just take stock of what you had at that moment. It reflects your gains there, or losses. Okay, so going down for, oh, I don't have money. Yep, going down for a swim again, and then just gonna let nature take its course and die.
River, take me.
No, won't be able to check back.
You slipped through my fingers before, only to return and give to me another opportunity to add you to my collection. Did Athena truly get all the wisdom in our family?
Add me to his collection. That's an interesting comment. Perhaps that right there explains what's the fate of Melinoë's family. Have they been collected by him?
Your collection. You speak of your kin as objects to be put on display. The gods ought to have put you on display after cutting you to pieces, instead of discarding you like common filth.
Okay, check that out. Cutting him to pieces. That's what they did to him. Scattering him throughout the underworld. Because the Titans are deathless. They can't be killed. The most that can be done to them is to, try to prevent them from ever coming back together again. And
I'm still rather sore about all that. I truly thought my children would be different. That they would show their elders some respect. But they did not. And my tolerance has its limits.
And that kind of explains the markings on Chronos. If you take a look at him, those big, terrible gashes, if I interpret that correctly, that's literally where he was ripped apart. Yeah, ouch. And I would be sore about that too, to be fair. Of course, I wouldn't try to eat my children, to be fair as well. That's it's not really a spoiler. That's in all the Greek myths. That's what Chronos did. He received a prophecy that his children would slay him in time, so he set about eating them one by one. There's a horrific painting of that. Oh, I think a Spanish painter back in the 1800s. I can't remember the painter's name. Just an awful, it's really grim and horrifying to look at, of him eating his children. So, okay, I can see how the gods would have been sore about that. Yep, okay. Anyway, here we go. Got his little satyr followers there. And now I know why I'm taking so much damage. Because of Eris' curse. I'm just gonna kind of mess around a little bit here. Death Defiance. Okay, just do me. Just, these create armor around him. But, oh, come on. How did he miss that?
No!
The same predictable result, yet you persist.
What? Where? Father?
Okay.
But Lord Hades,
You have your orders. Now return to Shadow. And take care of her. For all of us.
no harm shall come to young Melinoë, my lord. In this, at least, I shall not fail you. Farewell.
Goodbye, daughter.
Okay. And looky here, we're actually controlling Hades now. That's new. Pretty interesting. This is him in all his glory with that magnificent beard. The fire feet and everything. This is in the bedroom of his house back in the Though his bed's in a different position. Interesting. Back in, I assume between the first two games, or between the first game and this game. Melinoë had not been born during the events of the first game, so what we're seeing here, not clear. I have no idea how many years, how much time passed between Zagreus's adventures and what's happening here. So, big, heavy footfalls. Boom, boom. That's a picture of Persephone, his wife, and Melinoë's mother. These are all the capes. This is fun. He bears this huge red cape that when he appears to Zagreus, he is, again, I told you in the very first video, I'm going to spoil the first game. Here I am very heavily spoiling it. So block your ears if you, for some reason, are watching this and don't want to be spoiled about the first game. But he is the final boss in the first game. Zagreus has to face him at the gate to the underworld. And he, very dramatically, he sheds his cape and burns it to cinders behind him as he prepares to fight. And then he's got all this whole huge stack of capes that he burns through, just extra capes. Or maybe these are the capes. Wait, maybe these are towels. These are the capes. Whatever. It was funny. Oh, he can dash too. No attacking available here. Let's exit. Okay. This is the trophy room, trophy hallway of the House of Hades. With some artwork up here. This is a picture of Zagreus. This is a picture of a Minoan maiden, I believe. These are all artwork pieces that Zagreus could purchase and decorate the house with. This is Asphodel, I think. A landscape view of the flooded meadows of Asphodel, flooded by the river Phlegethon, the river of flame. Random various art pieces. And Hades gasped as he exited his room. Why? Oh no. This is Nyx, Night personified, the mighty Nyx, child of Chaos, of Master Chaos. Looks like trapped or something. I can check. Okay. Glowing gold dots surrounding her. The gold of Chronos' influence, we have to assume.
Nyx. 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 Answer me. Blast.
So this, as you're probably becoming aware, this is the night he sent Melinoë away with Hecate before catastrophe struck, and it looks like just in time, because here it looks like this is Chronos' attack upon the house unfolding right here. Caught out of time. Okay, this is kind of neat to see all this stuff. These are all things that Zagreus could purchase and decorate the house with. The carpet, the Heracles. I think this is a Heracles statue. These two. This is Homer. This is a likeness of Homer. Random death statue. This is a time-telling device that proved useless because it's an astrolabe, I think, or sundial rather. No, sorry, this is the sundial right here. This is a random art piece. This is a sundial that proved useless because they're in the underworld. There's no sun. It told the same time always. A matter of some humor. Various individuals would comment upon it. This leads to the administrative chamber, where all the shades were toiling away, recording the logistics of all the dead souls coming to them. The shades employed by Hades for that effect. This is where Thanatos stood. Just reminiscing a little bit here of the first game. Okay. This is where Hypnos would always be, who is currently sleeping in the Crossroads. This was his post where he was half asleep always and organizing the shades coming in. And this is where Hades' throne was, right behind this massive desk. Cerberus lay here.
No. Hello, Hades.
Okay, so this looks like... it's a little hard to see. I think this must be Persephone, his wife. This kind of looks like Thanatos? I don't know. Achilles here. You can tell by the spear, the shade of Achilles, the head of the household guard. Um, oh, this is Megara, the chief of the Furies. This is Zagreus, the protagonist of the first game. Looks mid-action here. Down here, this is Dusa, I think, who was a Gorgon head, like a Medusa head floating around, employed as the janitor and the take care of everything person around the house. Can I look around anymore? This is kind of fun. All the flowers and stuff. Oh, there's the fires out here. Okay. This is the pool of Styx. Every time Zagreus would die, he would reappear here. The river Styx would deposit him here, and this is where he would re-enter the house and prepare for each run. Each time, bearing all the decorations that Zagreus purchased to liven up the house. Can I slide over to the right here? Okay, this is where Orpheus stood and played his music. Another shade in the employ of Hades. Looks like I can't really go down further here. Zagreus' bedroom was right back here. This was the lounge down here, the garden further down this hallway. Okay. Thanks for bearing with that. Maybe didn't make a whole lot of sense, just random things if you didn't play the first game, but hopefully I've contextualized it a little bit. Everyone seems frozen in stasis, frozen out of time, literally and figuratively. Okay. So I can talk, and this is a huge mural of Hades himself. Okay, let's talk to Hades' father. Again, Chronos is the father of Hades and Zeus and Poseidon.
Ah, there you are, my son. Grown a full beard and a broad frame, I see. And now you have a family of your own. How full of life they are, despite the dour environs.
Greetings, father. I was not expecting your arrival. You must forgive us that the house was unprepared for guests. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
You know, for one thing, I was in the area. You might recall the time you and Zeus and the rest of you little brats cut me to ribbons. Sprinkled all my bits all throughout Tartarus.
Father, that was a war you started and you know it. We took no joy in what we had to do. But how can this be? I thought that you were gone.
Do not sound so disappointed. It is I who should be disappointed here, not you. You thought I was gone. I was. But it turns out spite is a powerful motivator. Blood sacrifices also helped.
What do you intend to do? And what have you done to the others? To my family?
Your cries fall on deaf ears. Fear not, my son. I have not eaten them or anything. I have merely set them aside. They stand imprisoned in a moment that shall never pass. My qualm is not with them.
Olympus shall have your head. You can take mine for all I care, blast you. But don't you dare harm anybody in my house.
You have grown so accustomed to issuing commands that you forget yourself. Though I do have such a command for you, tell me exactly where the fates reside.
The three fates.
The fates? How should I know? Not even Nyx herself knows where her daughters are. Why are you asking me?
Father.
Well, that was a handful and no mistake. Okay, critical. Not really flashback from Melinoë, just a vision she was granted, perhaps. Obviously, she didn't witness all that herself, but we learned a ton there. It hardly needs really be articulated that Melinoë was given to Hecate by Hades himself. Yet Hades seems surprised to see Chronos. So why did he send Melinoë away? He was surely aware of some threat coming. Maybe he didn't know it would be Chronos himself. Maybe he didn't know it would happen so soon. Maybe a premonition. I don't know. Just gonna have to wait and see. But it was he who sent Melinoë away. And now we know what has happened to the members of her family, caught out of time, set aside, as Chronos put it. And now we know that Chronos seeks or sought at that point the fates, the three fates, and wanted Hades to tell them where they were. Nice seeing a glimpse of the old house, too. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. Let us make the rounds here and see if our darkness is ready to go that we have brewed up, or that I brewed up off camera. Apologies for that. I probably just should have waited until today and included it in the video. Anyway, Phrynos.
Chronos has my family and the fates themselves. Oh, Phrynos.
Prophecy fulfilled. Oh, that must have been the prophecy. Yeah, there's the Steam achievement down there. That must have been the prophecy to confide in Phrynos on 5 or 6 or whatever consecutive nights. Okay. Still can't brood, but here we've got Dora. All right.
Dora, don't you pay any attention to what's been happening out there? The rise of the Titan of Time, the siege of Olympus?
Nope, can't say any of that rings a bell. Olympus, that's where the family members you don't like live, right? And the Titan of Time, I get that he's bad, but he's never done anything to me personally as far as I know, so.
This entire encampment exists to resist his efforts to overthrow the gods and rule the world?
Well then, maybe I should thank him because I happen to like this encampment.
Oh, shush.
Okay. A little light-hearted banter there to offset the gravity of what we just witnessed. Oh. Is that Arachne in the bottom right?
Arachne.
Good evening.
Oh, I got a full house tonight. Okay, let's start with her. Salute.
Peace, Arachne.
Be well, won't you?
What's she doing here?
Oh, hello there, my friend. I happened to see the boatman sculling down the Cocytus, presumably to you, for he had all sorts of supplies. He was generous enough to offer me passage, whether he knew it or not.
Great to see you here, and welcome, Arachne. I'm certain Charon doesn't mind such a courteous stowaway. Is there anything we can do to make your stay with us more comfortable?
No, thank you. I don't intend to be here very long, especially since the boatman is my ticket home. I'll just make certain all my silk here is patched up and then be on my way. Be well, won't you?
You too.
Okay, that's nice. Alright. Let's talk to Moros first, and then we'll check the list. Salute him.
Death to Chronos.
Proceed with care.
My task began immediately following reports that Chronos found a way to gain the upper hand against Olympus. We just didn't know which sort of way. But now I think I do. Your sisters, the three fates. He got them, didn't he? Is that why you're here?
Alright, that sheds a little light on something. The earlier dialogue suggesting that she started her task prematurely or earlier, so everyone seemed a little surprised that her task had begun already. Well, this is why. She began it, or was told to begin it, immediately after reports started coming in that Chronos found the way to gain the upper hand against Olympus. And I guess we're supposed to think, following on from that vision, that he was seeking the fates and got the fates. Oof.
You ask while making clear to me that you already know. I ought to have been there when it happened. Perhaps the fates knew I lacked the strength to protect them, so they protected me.
How did he find them? What does he want from them?
I don't know how he found them. Few beings with knowledge of their whereabouts exist. As to what he wants from them, and this is a conjecture of my own, surely he'll try to influence their weavings from here on.
Oh.
Yeah, oh. Let's check this spot.
The widely hated, feared embodiment of doom goes wherever the ever-weaving fates decide, and none but they can anticipate his arrival.
He sure knows how to make an entrance.
Princess?
Alright. Oof, I think we've got a lot going on this list.
Let me see.
Okay. 2 that I've completed. Confiding in Chronos, 6 different nights. Worth a nice little nectar, okay.
Whatever ails you, your amphibious companion shall listen.
And Keeper of Shadows. The daughter of the god of the dead shall reveal... Okay, I revealed 50, total of 53 entries in the Book of Shadows. 120 bones for that one.
You've much to learn yet from that book.
Okay, here's a new one. Melinoë, help us.
The Fates. They need my help.
Ooh. We require and request your assistance. This is no prophecy, merely a plea. We take considerable risk in reaching out thus, though can foresee no other option. Well, that's different from all the other, the daughter of the god of the dead shall prophecies. Wow. Okay, locate the 3 fates. The reward for this is 3, not going to spoil what that is down there, but 3 big somethings, 3 important somethings. We haven't learned yet what that is. Cool. Another new one. Valued customer. The daughter of the god of the dead shall purchase various goods sometimes offered in the Well of Charon. 80 psyche for that. So this is your encouragement to experiment and try out all of the things available in the Well of Charon. I've only got 3 so far. I forgot that this was a prophecy. I would have purchased many more of them so far. I forgot about that. Okay, I'm going to start buying them just to check them off this list. And you can see with the more command, you can scroll over and see the remainder of them. All right, so more going on there, including this significant one. Oof. Direct plea from the Fates, by the Fates. Ugh. Could really use Artemis's calming influence right now. Okay. Oh. No, I already got, that's right, I already gave a gift to him once and received his, I think I did? I think his engraved pin? I believe so. It's easy to lose track. I'll check, but, oh, seriously?
Where are you, Headmistress?
Ugh, just when I could have used her advice. Or her plot forwarding dialogue. Ugh. Too bad. Okay, so what I concocted off camera is ready to go. Let's check it out.
Fresh from the pot.
Okay. So this was, if we check their ingredients, this was the shadow I brewed up, mostly used with incantations involving soul and defiance. An uncommon resource derived from a closely guarded alchemical process, a trace of seething primordial essence from the darkest fathoms of the world. Awesome. Okay, these are ones I haven't earned yet, so I'm not going to examine them yet. Okay, that's what I set about to brew, and that's what I can now use.
My arms still are holding something back.
Oh dear, okay, there's a lot more.
Time thinks it can't be stopped. I think otherwise.
Okay, slow down, Melinoë. A lot here. 1, 2 new incantations, 3 new incantations, as well as these 4 that were available as of the last video, and now this one is recitable, accessible because of the shadow I just brewed up. Let's take a look at those new ones though. This one is available. Briny Lifespring reveals a hidden chamber in Oceanus where you may restore some health in peace. Similar to, identical to the one we just revealed in Erebus, the haven, the foe-free room. You might encounter one such room now in Oceanus after this incantation. A purified spring can be difficult to locate in the depths of the sea. Requires 3 lotus and 3 lime. I'll do it provided it doesn't take away what I need from this. Lotus and lime, nope, it's all good. So let's go ahead and recite this one.
It is done.
Okay. So that will now be sometimes findable, a little haven in the midst of Oceanus. Okay. The other new one, oh dear, this one was new. Okay. Reveal aspects within the silver pool that further empower each main weapon. So the weapons that I've got, there's more to them than what I currently know. but I need 5 bronze. Bronze. I still haven't encountered any bronze. And 1 nightshade. Not doing anything with this yet. This was an old one. This was an old one. This was an old one. And this is a new one. Temporal fluctuation. Remove immunity from Chronos to time-altering effects such as the hex of phase shift. Oh, they clarified the wording of this, I believe, from the pre-release. I was confused about this. Okay, apparently, not that we've seen it ourselves yet, apparently at the moment Chronos is immune to certain things Melinoë can do in the battle with him, such as the hex of phase shift, such as a few other things. Reciting this incantation would remove that immunity. I can gather those. Yeah, so that's within grasp. Not at this exact moment, but I think after I collect my shipment from Charon, it will be available. Cool. Alright, so here's the big one. Here's the one that would give me the ability to traverse warded gateways, such as the one leading to the surface. Hopefully opening up or removing the plot speed bump represented by Eris. 3 moly, 1 cinder, and the shadow I just brewed up. The wards fend off no foe, but rather prevent an inexperienced princess from venturing too far. Well, no longer.
The wards for my protection I dispel, for I am ready now for heaven as for hell. So mote it be.
Cool rhyme. Alright. And that just leaves these. Alright, well. A lot going on here.
You're here, Lord Charon.
Of course he's here. He's delivered the shipment.
Your mother Nyx, my lord. I saw her lately in a nightmare or a dream. She was very beautiful, and she was unharmed, I think.
Okay, so a dream is what we're calling that, or nightmare.
We're going to find her. I swear it.
Okay, salute.
Moonlight guide us.
Okay.
Something for me?
Here's the shipment of fate fabric I ordered. 10 to be precise, and now I can go do that incantation I just saw a moment ago, which I'll do shortly. What else could I get? I've got 3 cards. Let's wait for a moment until I finish exploring. I was a little hasty, if you recall last time, in making this shipment without seeing I could just as easily purchase what I needed. So let's hang on for a bit. Nothing new at the broker, or else there would be an exclamation mark. We have not yet saluted the broker, however.
Moonlight guide you, broker.
Nice. Okay. Nemesis.
May moonlight guide us.
Back on your feet again there, princess? All's well in the Crossroads. Nothing to report.
It's fortunate we have you vigilantly keeping watch here, Nemesis. Oh, come on, drop the act. What happened? When did you return?
Don't know what you're talking about, and it's not your business anyway. Fates help you on your task.
Not quite as easy as you imagined, is it? To think that the embodiment of retribution could be so arrogant.
Shut up.
So we have to imagine that she too died or failed in the attempts to reach Chronos, and that she's back here. So now we know that her station or her duty is standing here, excuse me, keeping guard over the crossroads. Rather ignominious, you'd think, of someone of her stature. I can see why she'd be bitter. Doesn't excuse her nastiness, though, I think.
Back in one piece. You found him, goddess. Your look says it all, along with my reports. Gave him something to remember you by, I reckon, even if the battle didn't go your way.
Chronos was exactly where we expected, but I could not foresee his every technique, and my ability to withstand his magic went only so far.
Well, fortunately for you, the old are often rather slow to learn. You run into him a few more times like that, you'll soon know every trick he's got. Though, do be very careful out there.
Aye.
That dialogue, perhaps better than any of the others, illustrates what I've mean and what I've meant and why I've been so frustrating in intentionally dying. We would never encounter this dialogue if we didn't lose to Chronos multiple times, as some of these require, or at least the dialogue would occur and would make no sense at all. That's partially what I mean by saying the game wants us to encounter these things, see this development, experience the story unfolding without jumping right to the end. And I'm going to continue obliging the game in that. This conversation nicely illustrates that.
How have my favorite creatures been surviving recently?
I think Freenos would take exception to her calling them her favorite creatures. Okay, got some cattail come up here.
Some cattails.
Okay. Okay, I got 2 more to plant. 1 other cattail seed.
Grow strong.
And a nightshade seed. And again, I'm not sure why they didn't have exclamation marks. I thought that was the signal that you could plant something. I don't know. Okay.
You look comfortable.
Okay. Well, kind of bummed I didn't get to see Hecate.
Shades of the Crossroads, greetings.
Okay, we've seen that particular dialogue already.
Hold on, Father.
Okay, so that exhausts what's going on up here. Oh, no, not quite. That's right.
What's to be done?
Oh, several of these are now available. Okay. This one's probably important. Although maybe unlocking some. All right, you know what? Let's prioritize. These are All right, patience. Before I end the video this time, I will actually come back up and do what I decide should be done next. But let's check out down here first.
Okay.
Oh.
Should be able to head to the surface now.
Whoa. How about that? So, I haven't spelled it out and made it completely explicit yet, but now I will do so. The underworld region, or rather the underworld area with its 3 regions, Erebus, Oceanus, Tartarus, 4, Erebus, Oceanus, Fields of Mourning, and Tartarus, that is only 1/2 of the game's areas. You can go upward to Olympus and find a whole other set of levels, of regions, collections of foes, bosses, NPCs, dialogue options. There's so much more to this game than the first game had and than what we've seen so far. I can now go up. Very nice. First things first, I'm not going to do anything yet. Well, let's check out.
I think I can raise my grasp.
Oh, all right. I already have enough psyche to raise a grasp, but let's make sure I don't need to spend it on something else. Don't be hasty, Treebeard or Fangorn's timeless wisdom. What about Skelly?
Our numbers grow, and thusly does our strength.
May moonlight guide us.
Seriously. So how's it going with that giant mutt? Still up to no good in the morning fields? He's probably just bored.
Fair.
I've been able to break him free of whatever's taken hold of him there, though the affliction seems to keep coming back.
That figures. He was the dreaded guardian of the gates. What, you think he'd let you pass just a one time, then never try to block you again?
I was hoping he would, yes.
Not too bad.
Too bad. Here's our latest recruit, I guess.
I knew you'd make it here.
Cool. So this is a new quest here. I guess this little message is going to stay until I do it. We see the Sister Blades have the Grave Thirst. Thank heavens, I don't really like using the axe. Here's something we can examine.
The princess of the underworld now holds the key to the once warded gateway leading all the way up to the surface of this world. But how is she to fare in that forbidden realm?
We'll find out.
As I mentioned in the last video, the curse of her kin, of any progeny of Hades, is that they must remain in the underworld. They cannot survive on the surface. So what's up with this? How can we go up there? Why would she not just experience the same fate Zagreus did, which is to grow sick and die pretty quickly upon reaching the surface? We will find out. Not this video, but we will find out. Let's check the pool. There's no exclamation mark, but nonetheless.
The arms of night.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I need bronze for that. Bronze for that. So, okay. Nothing. I can't do anything just yet until I find bronze. You're probably now. You can probably guess now where bronze can be found. Let's check the keepsakes. All right, 3 new ones. Here is Selene's Moonbeam. The reward, a reward from Selene is likely. Okay, what this means is that the first ability here is having this Moonbeam makes it more likely that the next boon you find will be from Selene. But that only works once. That's been a point of massive confusion for the first game and even this game. Does this still, as long as you hold the Moonbeam, does this just increase the percentage likelihood that you will encounter Selene boons? Or does it just work for the next one you find? The consensus seems to be it's the latter. It doesn't make all of her boons permanently more likely while you have it. It just increases the likelihood of the next one being from Selene. And the real ability here is it grants +3 upgrades at level 1 to the next Path of Stars. So +3 little nodes or skills I can check off the next time you find a Path of Stars. Pretty nice if you rely on the hexes heavily, which I tend to do. Here is the keepsake from Narcissus. Aromatic Phial. Fountains, those are the healing fountains scattered around, restore +20% health, and the next one turns one common boon randomly determined into a rare boon. Okay, from Narcissus. And then finally the one from Chaos, Transcendent Embryo. This is interesting. You gain a random common Chaos blessing, okay, of common level. Random blessing without having to suffer the curse that accompanies it. And then every 8 encounters, it's replaced by a new one. And the key for this, it's not explicitly stated here, but at least in pre-release, this persisted even after you lost the keepsake. And soon enough, I'm spoiling a little bit, but this is something from the first game too. Soon enough, we'll get the ability to switch keepsakes between regions. And when you switch away from this one, whatever blessing is currently given to you by it remains. So that's very nice, although it doesn't say it explicitly. So I wonder maybe if that was a mistake and they've cleaned it up and changed it in this formal release or not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So we know we can't do anything more with the pool. So all the reagents and ingredients I have are free to be used as they are. Psyche can only be used here.
I should be able to increase my grasp
at the moment. So let's increase to 21. 140 of my 150 Psyche.
I never realized.
Okay. I need 150 to improve it further. Before I go spending ash, yeah, I know. Before I go spending ash, I want to check the incantations up here. I think one or more of them may have involved ash. Oh, Arachne's gone already. Okay. So this is the one I wanted. I said last video I would prioritize. I bumped it down to I first wanted to take care of the wards guarding the gate up. I have done that. So now I'm going to use 6 ash, 6 of the fate fabric I just purchased from the shipment from Charon, and 1 cinder to enhance the altar of ashes so I can unlock the potential. What does that mean? We'll find out. It also grants me 3 moon dust here and there, which, as we see at the bottom right, is mostly used for unleashing the full potential of Arcana cards. The sufficiently experienced and well-traveled witch can draw still more from the past. Let's do it.
O altar of ashes beneath which I stand, fulfill your purpose that I know firsthand.
Okay.
It is done.
Got 3 of these moon dusts. Let's check those out right now. Mostly used for unleashing the full potential of Arcana cards. Okay, I guess each card can do more. Those bearing witness to the will of night shall glimpse but a hint of her dark radiance. Right on. Okay. And now that, okay, that that removed my ability to recite the temporal fluctuation. That, as we said, removes the immunity from. Oops. Okay. Um, I could purchase some Fate Fabric to make up for that, and in fact, I think I will. But for now, this requires no Fate Fabric. One Moly, one Cattail to uh, enhance fountains. Oh, this is one that was revealed yesterday, or in my last video. Enhance fountains so that they restore plus 10% health. Okay, sounds great. One cattail, one moly.
Domnoski Traxon. So mote it be.
Ugh, still don't like that phrase, as I talked about earlier. All right, and I think it is well worth buying the Fate Fabric. Should I be lucky enough to face Chronos again soon? I want to be as and with Eris gone, of course, I want to be as ready as I can. So let's go ahead and buy 3 Fate Fabric to take care of this. And I could order the Fate Fabric. I could, but I'm thinking right now Ash and Psyche are more important. Let's pick up some Psyche with 2 of these 3 cards, and that will be delivered in 30 wiles.
Should be here soon enough.
And let us purchase. Oh, prophecy fulfilled. Okay, go up and check that. And let's purchase. How many did I say I needed? 2 more? 3 more? Let's get 2. 1, 2. Plenty of bones. Is that enough? No, I needed 3, didn't I? Yep. And 1 more Fate Fabric. Boom.
Fate Fabric.
Yes. And here we go, exclamation mark. We'll recite the one that weakens Chronos by making him vulnerable to certain time-altering effects. Time marches ever forward, yet perception of its passage is susceptible to certain influence.
Time cannot be withstood, not even by itself. So mote it be.
Okay. Just checking. Nothing else. All right, let's go see what is now at the list. Oh, okay. Right. The prophecy that I shall redeem 5 of Charon's cards. I've now done 6. Good. So that is worth 150 bones. Cool.
I know my brother trusts you more than most.
It's easy to forget. Yes, Moros is the brother of Charon. They are both brothers of Eris, actually, the one who's been plaguing us, one of their sisters. Nemesis is their sibling as well. They're all children of Nyx. So too is the sleeping Hypnos. They're all siblings. Funny. Okay. Okay. All right, folks. This is a long video. Thanks for bearing with this, if indeed you have done so. I'm going to wait, as I like to do. I'm going to wait till the beginning of the next video to.
Is all charged up.
Well, you know what? You've borne with me this far. Let's bore with me, Lord. You've borne with me this far. Let's go ahead and show you at least what has happened as a result of that incantation.
The Arcana. I finally understand.
Okay, you may now use Moondust to unlock the full potential of each of the Arcana cards. Okay, press Enter on the keyboard to check their insights. So each Arcana card has its main ability and then further insight into its ability. So, for example, this one. The Omega moves are 20% faster, we know. Let's check the insights. And now I can see that each of the ones I have unlocked here, grayed out are the ones I have not yet unlocked, can be raised further by spending, for example, 1 M dust, which is moon dust. The ability rate grows from plus 20% to plus 25%. So I don't spend ashes on this, I spend this moon dust, of which we have only 3 at the moment. So that's what that incantation did. Each Arcana card has greater depths to it. But we will wait till the next video to strategize, check that out, and see exactly what I want to do to prepare for the next run. And a quick little preview, if you like, the next run, I'm going to try going up. Okay, I don't know what will happen, but that's what's going to happen. At the beginning, we're going to go up. So hopefully that whets your appetite a little bit for the next one. So I will see you next time, folks. Again, thank you for watching so much. And please hit like, please hit that subscribe. That's all good stuff for me. And yep, I will catch you next time. Be well.